Good morning, Year 10 Geography. I'm going to start this lesson with an acknowledgement of country. Our lesson today is being held on the country of the Bunurong of the Southeast Kulin Nations, the lands of the Bunurong language group. I wish to acknowledge them as traditional owners and pay respect to their elders past and present. In making this acknowledgement, I recognise that this is a living culture with an ongoing connection to land for time immemorial. Sovereignty was never ceded, and this will be forever Indigenous land. Now, we're following on the concept of country that we've been looking at in recent excursions. The module is Environmental Worldviews of People and Their Implications for Environmental Management. So specifically, we're looking at Indigenous people's involvement in environmental campaigns this lesson. So, Indigenous people have been looking after the land for tens of thousands of years. There's been involvement in campaigns against mining, against destruction of ancestral sites, involvement with campaigns around climate change, which is going to impact Indigenous people adversely. And there's groups like Indigenous Rangers, which are responsible for environmental protection, and what's called Indigenous Protected Areas. So I've collated a whole heap of materials that I put on the class blog. So I want you to get out your iPads, and as tables, we're going to have a look at some of these campaigns, and I'm going to ask you to then produce a 500-word piece in your groups based around how the idea of country informs some of these campaigns. Now maybe we'll have a bit of a quick discussion around some of this material, maybe see what some of you guys know in terms of Indigenous campaigns. So Joan, you were talking to me the other day about a campaign. What was it again? Yes, your mother was involved in the Jabiluka campaign, and there was a bit of a conflict between some of the environmental movement and the Indigenous traditional owners. Yeah, maybe you could write about that or do some research. And Tony, you had your hand up a moment ago. Your mob had been involved in the campaign against the Roxby Downs uranium mine. Perhaps you could look at country and concepts there. We could have a talk about it and we could collect some resources. So I'm just going to log into Scoodle now. I've got a short little video that I'm going to show you about Indigenous people and sustainability. And then I'm going to show you a short clip from my friend Marianne. She's a Yungar woman from the southwest of Western Australia. And she's got a little speech that she's allowed me to use. I've had to ask permission because it was for a private audience originally. So I'm going to show you that. And then we're going to move into starting to draft and collect some materials towards your writing task. All right, have a good go at it, and we'll speak to you soon. I'll be around to the tables.